This conference will now be recorded.
Fine. Yesterday we learned about like charges, how it will be distributed. So one is like we can allocate the charges based on the net amount or per line or based on quantity. These are the three options we learned, and we can do allocations. And at the time of product receipt, there will not be any charges will not be included in that calculation, whereas at the time of invoice only it will be updated. That is clear. Now, in normal scenarios like charges, item debit the item, credit the vendor. This is normal scenario. Okay. Suppose vendor is not the same vendor. I mean to say material whoever is sending and transporter both are different. If both are different, then this is in this case material vendor and charges vendor are the same. I mean to say, suppose this charges is insurance charges or any other charges. Suppose if in case material vendor are, and charges vendor are different. In these charges, take the example like insurance charges. I want insurance for the material whenever it is transit. If it is a big machinery, I'm purchasing something, then in that case, I want insurance so that my material will not be damaged. If in case if it is any damage, then insurance company will pay the money. I'm going to pay insurance charges for this one. Then it is definitely different vendor. Then you need to map ledger account. Ledger account. Okay, here ledger account means instead of vendor, it will post to the ledger account. It will post to the ledger account. Okay, let me show you quickly how it will be affected in the system. And one more scenario, after invoicing, third party vendor invoice received. This is another scenario I'm going to discuss with you. Okay, fine. First, let us understand this scenario. So let me go to once again accounts payable or procurement and sourcing, purchase orders, all purchase orders. Click on new button. Select any vendor, no problem. Suppose US 001. Give me a second. it is not captured the vendor details properly. Fine. Let me select. Okay. I think 101. Site and warehouse. If you select warehouse, site will be automatically populated. Select the item. Suppose same washing machine 2. Five items I am purchasing. Okay. Then confirm, like charges I'm entering. Now suppose I'm taking vendor freight charges. So I'm entering suppose 2000. Let me verify this vendor freight charges. Okay, here item and ledger. So that means it is a third party vendor. Third party vendor. Okay, let me take, not in this one, commissions payable it was mapped up. So one account it was mapped. Okay, payable account. So now this is third party vendor. Okay, take the example like insurance charges. So it was entered. Now if you do confirmation, if you do confirmation, let us see what happens. So once again operation cancelled. Even single line also system will not allow you. Even single line also system will not allow you. Charges have not been allocated because we have mapped to the item master debit account. Debit account item master, that is the reason it is throwing. Once again we need to allocate. So let me click on allocate charges. So now I am allocating. So based on the amount, any criteria it is fine, no issues. Anyhow, only single line. Now what happens? The charges will be moved from header level to line level. If you verify, it will show you instead of here, it will show you here because only one item. Okay, now I'm doing confirmation. So the net amount is 1 lakh. Net amount is 1 lakh. Okay, total amount, if I verify, anyone can guess what is the total amount? Any guesses? If I go to purchase order and total, if I verify, What is the amount it could be? Is it 1 lakh or 1 lakh 2,000?
1 lakh.
1 lakh. Any other guesses? It is 1 lakh only. Why? 2,000 is not received from the vendor. So this is 1 lakh only. Charges are not showing here because this charges is invoice. It will not be included in the vendor invoice. It will not be included in the vendor invoice because it is a third party vendor. If it is a third party vendor, it will not show the charges in the total. Okay, let me do product receipt. And I have removed this checkbox like at the time of product receipt. Give me a second. The ledger accounts posting at the time of product receipt I have removed for another verification. Let me keep that one. Accounts payable, setup parameters. We know this checkbox very well. If you want product receipt should be posted in item model group should be enabled and this checkbox should be enabled. So now I'm doing product receipt. So once product receipt is updated, then let me go to general ledger, periodic tasks, subledger journal entries not yet transferred. So it is available. Transfer now. Product receipt is not posted, still processing. Now it was posted. If you refresh, product receipt is there. Now transfer now. So at that time, at the time of product receipt, it is 1 lakh only. If you verify voucher, it will capture the material cost, material price only. So material amount, it is 1 lakh. Cost of purchased material received account data to purchase accrual account credit. Okay, so once it is done, now I'm doing invoice. Generate invoice. Invoice number which we have received from the vendor, that we need to enter. Invoice date, update mass status. This will be passed. Now click on post. So this is only 1 lakh. And remaining 10 like 2,000 transportation charges or insurance charges or any charges, it is a third party vendor, so it was posted to the ledger account. Look at this one. So if you verify, subledger journal entry is not yet transferred. It is lying here. Transfer now. Journals invoice. So voucher. So here it was posted separately. So cost of material invoice account is 1 lakh 2 because it should be updated to the inventory. So 2000 it is updated to the inventory value, but it is not updated to the vendor account. Earlier it is posted to the vendor account. Now it was posted separately. Order freight, commissions payable something account. Actually, I have mapped that one. So that is the reason it is coming. Later, if you want, you can do the payment to this ledger account directly, or you can create one more invoice journal. You can create invoice journal by creating this account, debiting this account, that is the above ledger account, debit the above ledger, and credit the third party invoice. Understood? Any confusion here? If you want to do the payment directly, you can do the payment to this ledger account. That is also available. Otherwise, you can do like one invoice journal. This is extra hard work. You need to do it because of third party vendor. Clear? Any questions? Particularly finance team, you need to understand. Of course, majorly it is finance for T&L for understanding purpose. Any questions in this? Okay, suppose this is scenario 1. This is scenario 1 and this is scenario 2. Now scenario 3. Invoice received, third party vendor invoice received later, received after receiving the vendor invoice. Because material invoice I have received, I don't want to wait for third party vendor invoice. What is the amount? I don't know. Transportation charges or insurance charges. I have received material 1 lakh. I will do invoice 1 lakh. Now after that, I need to update this one. Understood? This process I'm going to discuss now. Okay, so in this case, we are not posting any charges. Then what is the solution? Okay, let me show you this scenario. Same washing machines. I'm clicking on new. US 101, site and warehouse, washing machine 2, same, suppose 4 items, now I'm doing confirmation. Okay, now doing product receipt. So here I have not received any invoice copy from the transportation charges or insurance charges. Any example for transportation charges and insurance charges, I have not received invoice copy. So I have received material like product receipt. I cannot stop for material third party vendor insurance charges. Am I right? I need to proceed with product receipt. Agree? Agree with me?
Yes, Satya.
For insurance charges or transportation charges, still I have not received. Then I cannot wait for that one. I need to proceed without any delay. Now I'm doing invoice. Update my status. It is passed. Let me post. Now, after invoicing, after a few days, I have received invoice copy. Now, let me show you the postings. Transfer now. Vendor invoice. Now, if you verify the invoice journal, it is 80,000 only. Now, I want to update $2,000, 2,000 rupees or dollars, whatever it may be. I need to update here in this invoice. So now I have received like maybe an invoice that is already maybe after 1 day or after 1 hour or after 1 day or 2 days, I have received invoice copy. Now I need to apply. Item should be updated. And invoice should be created. These two tasks pending. Understood? I have received just now. Invoice, it is over. I cannot modify. Am I right? Once invoice can we modify? We cannot. This is a standard rule. Any transaction once it is posted, you cannot edit. Any global ERPs, once it is posted, you cannot modify. You can do amendments only, corrections, whatever you want, but editing is not possible at all. Okay, then direct solution it is not there. There is no direct solution for this one. Workaround solution. This is workaround solution. What is this workaround solution means? For this we can update purchase order, invoice tab, journals area page, invoice button, voucher, so what do you mean by like this? Purchase order, invoice tab, journals area page, invoice button, here charges adjustment, charges menu drop down menu, adjustment, now I need to update that vendor freight charges 2000, or I will map, okay, no problem, 2000 I'm mapping. Okay, here we are allocating the charges, so the menu name, the small menu name is adjustment, but if you go inside, the screen name or form name is allocate charges. We are allocating charges. Click OK. Now what happens if you do like this? Okay, let me take duplicate. This is a workaround solution from last 12 years. I'm looking at the same workaround solution. We don't have direct solution. Okay, let me go to release product. Product information management, release products. So WM2, give me a second. I'm sorry, it is taking some time. Okay, then you can go to transactions. So 4 items, it is updated with 82,000. But if you verify the voucher, it is 80,000 only. It is updated with 82,000. Okay, if you click on ledger and click on transaction details. Earlier it is 80,000 will be posted. Now I have added 2,000, so it was posted. Extra added. It was for item master only. So the cost amount is updated initially 80,000, but adjustment is updated with 2,000. Understood? The adjustment amount is posted 2,000. Is it clear? Any doubts in this?
Satya, so that 2000 will be considered only for the inventory valuation purpose.
Yes, exactly, you're right. So the voucher is 80,000 only, but it was posted to 2000 as adjustment entry for inventory only. Only for inventory. Okay, now I need to update to the vendor as well. Am I right? This also should be updated. That's why I told you this is workaround solution, two pieces. So this is 3A solution and this is 3B solution. Scenario 3B solution. For this, you need to create vendor invoice journal. You need to post vendor invoice journal separately, and this is this one. Okay, so just I'm verifying transaction physical voucher because the voucher 2000 just I want to verify this one. Because from where it is posted means for item it was whatever it is item received account data to vendor account ledger whatever it was mapped, that account will be posted. Just give me a second. So from which account this 2000 from where it will be posted means one is how this is postings will be happened internally. It is inventory management. One is charges ledger account will be created. Credit. Okay, charges ledger account whatever it was mapped it will be posted, and this is in postings. We know the postings. In that posting inventory tab, item received, that's what it will be debited. So let me show you that one where it is available. Because this is 2000 is internal it is posting, am I right? That posting where it is posting means which accounts will be posted. It is even though it is inventory effect, only inventory effect, there should be ledger accounts. So for that, if you go to inventory management, setup, posting, inventory receipt, this one, this will be posted. Okay, let me write down the complete setup. Inventory management setup, posting, inventory tab. Here it is inventory receipt account. Inventory receipt account data to charges ledger account, whatever it is there, it will be posted. So always it will be like this. Okay, otherwise I will make it like this. Understood? This is the postings, and this is like you can map third party vendor invoice journal directly. So while doing this one, you can map this account, charges ledger account data to vendor account. Understood? Any doubt in this? So always two vendor accounts, commerce people, they will write this is a little bit front, and they will write should be cross this length. That is the like accounting, writing accounting terminology. Because I have written accounts also once upon a time, like during 1995-96, I learned from my uncle like how to write accounts, manual writing, manual books in a books. So they will write like two accounts should be little bit uh, like longer than this one. That is accounting terminology. Accounts feature. Okay, fine. Is it clear? Any doubt in this? I know a little bit complex, so but you need to digest. So whoever is not able to follow this one, particularly finance team, try to revisit my video 2-3 times and practice this scenario. This is complex scenario, to be frankly, little bit complex scenario within finance. Because if you want to get 95 marks, 96 marks, 98 marks, you need to struggle. If you want 80 marks, no issue. This is not required at all. So that is whether I want to be a 98 marks or 80 marks is fine. So this is like a question like related to 95th mark or 96th mark kind of thing, whatever you are learning. So in your examination, if you are fine with 80 marks, then leave it. This much complex scenario. If you are able to follow, yes, fine. If you are not able to follow, leave it. Okay. Simply you can give the answer like I did not get chance to face this scenario. This is, as I told you clearly, 90 plus mark. Whoever is looking out of 100, then this is the scenario. Fine. Any more quick questions, please? Otherwise, we'll go to the next topic.
Satya, this 3B is optional or mandatory?
These two are mandatory
Okay. I mean, you said
because
like we can payment to direct ledger account.
yeah, that is also fine. So if you want to do the payment in this scenario, it is better to map because here there is a posting upfront. Here there is a posting upfront. Am I right? In this we don't have posting. In the back end you are posting.
Yes, yes.
So it will not be visible properly. So always this is the best option. In this, if you want to post directly payment to the ledger account, yes, because in the voucher it is reflecting. Here you are indirectly you are doing. That's why I told you this is a workaround solution.
Okay. So in
It
this
is
second
must.
scenario, it is optional, and third
Ah,
scenario, it's a best
yes,
practice.
exactly you are right. Exactly right. This is must you need to follow. In the second scenario, if you want to do the payment, you can do the payment to the ledger account directly.
Okay, okay.
Okay, fine. Any more quick questions, please? So T&L people, logistics people, if you are not able to follow, leave it. No issues. It's not a complex. I mean to say it's not mandatory for you. But finance consultant, it should be learned. It should be learned. If you want to be a means, as I told you, 95 marks student. Fine. Next, coming to next topic, matching policies. Matching policies. So let me show you. Let me quickly create a purchase order and let me proceed. I'm creating a new purchase order once again. Any vendor is fine, no issues. I'm selecting site and warehouse. Click OK. Okay, same washing machine I'm taking. Same items, 4 items. Okay. Before this, let me go to accounts payable. First, let me introduce about what is this matching policies. Setup accounts payable parameters, accounts payable parameters, invoice validation, invoice validation. Here, whether you want invoice validation, yes or no, you need to enable. Okay, enable invoice matching validation. I have enabled. Next, whether you want to totals matching, yes or no. If you enable this one, there is no use. So this one total matching means 1% tolerance is fine. 1% tolerance is fine. And here, whether you want two-way matching, three-way matching are not required. Your wish, you can map it. One by one, you will understand. Okay. Whether you want charges matching, you can enable or disable, your wish. Okay. So confirm product receipt. This is if you enable three-way matching, it will be required. Otherwise, not required. What is the difference between two-way matching and three-way matching? I will discuss with you after a few minutes. Okay. Fine. Now it was created. It was created. Okay. Fine. Just give me a second. So what is this total matching means? So practically I will show you. This should be enabled. One is total matching, one is price and quantity matching, another one is charges matching. 3 divisions. Okay, one more is there, price matching separately. Okay, fine. Now total matching, what it is, let me show you practically and then we'll discuss. So here it is 1% and price tolerance 1% and then charges tolerance 5%. So I'm creating a purchase order and I'm doing confirmation. Next I'm doing product receipt, material received, click OK. Material received, confirm, product receipt is updated. Next one, I'm doing invoice. I'm doing invoice. Now, what business people they will do? This invoicing product receipt will be done by stores department because they have received the material. Now invoice will be updated by finance team. Invoice will be updated by finance team. So they have received invoice copy, physical copy. That invoice number is something, it was there. It was entered date, invoice date. Now they have verified totals. So the amount is not 80,000. The amount is not 80,000. What is the amount means? It is 90,000 or 90,000. Suppose now price is 22,500. 22,500. So the total amount is tallied now 90,000. The invoice copy, whatever it was received, and this amount it is tallied. Fine, perfect. Okay, so invoice copy it was entered, perfect. Now update match status. It is failed. Because the total is allowed, the total amount is allowed up to 1%. Means 80,000 means it is allowed up to 800. Up to 800 will be allowed. If it is more than this one, system is throwing error message. So now it was failed. If you try to post, it will throw error message. It should be passed. Now, like whoever is doing invoice, they will not have access to see what is this. They will not have. Business users will not have access to see the parameters. We will not give permission to them. If it is given, they will modify whatever they want. We will not give the permission. Now what happens? Let me go to invoice and click on review, and they can verify what is happening. They can click on matching details. So it is 22,500 and this is 20,000. This is failed. This is wrong. The deviation is 10,000, which is not tallying. And the quantity, it is passed. 4 quantity we need to receive, 4 quantity pass. Invoice totals. 90,000, it was failed. Charges passed, because at the time of purchase order there is no change, there is no price. At the time of invoice also there is no price. Okay, this is happening. So what system is doing? Matching policies means at the time of purchase order and at the time of invoice, what is the changes will be recorded. If it is within the limits, variation can be allowed, then it will allow you. Within the limits. What do you mean by within the limits? Suppose the invoice copy received from the vendor like 20,150 is the amount. Okay, now update match status. It is passed. Now the total is, it is 80,600. Because even though price variance is there here, why it is allowing to pass? We have mapped the parameters like 1% deviation allow it. So it was passed. Now if you go to matching details, it is 20,150 invoicing. At the time of order it is 20,000, but even though it is passed, the total deviation is 600. The deviation is 600. Fine, no problem. Quantity, then anyhow there is no change. Invoice totals also, the deviation is 600 even though it is passed. Understood? Any confusion here? So you cannot see this one. You means business user, they will not have access to see this form, so they cannot see. They will verify here. Suppose I'm showing you once again. Suppose I have received 20,200. The price is 20,200. Now not performed. Okay, here also in the downside, this is total matching, and there are some more. If you scroll right side, it will show you product quantity matching, price matching, price total matching. All these are there. Here update match status. The overall, this should be passed. In this it may be different. This should be passed. Now if you verify the matching details, everything is passed. The deviation is 800. Okay, it was passed. Fine. Now I will change 0.1 paisa. I will change 0.1 paisa. Last 1 paisa only. 1 paisa only. If I verify, price total matching failed. Price total matching failed. If I click on update status, it was failed. 1 paisa only I have modified. unit price is okay. So from where it is coming, I will show you. It is 800.04. The total order 800, it will be allowed. It is more than 800, it was failed. Even single paisa also, as per the mathematics, 200 is 200.01 is more than 200. So invoice totals also failed. It was failed. Understood? Any confusion here? So this should be passed. So if it is failed, what is the scenario? Next action. What is the next action? If it is failed, there is one option. You need to check with your vendor and receive the corrected invoice, the perfect invoice. Otherwise, as an exception, if you want, your manager need to be approved. So in this, we have two options. If it is invoice, vendor invoice workflow is enabled, you will submit workflow. You will submit workflow. Your manager will take the decision whether it should be approved or not. Purchase manager will take the decision because purchase manager will have the full control on this one. Purchase manager will take the decision whether it should be yes or no. Okay. Otherwise, if vendor invoice is workflow is not there, workflows are not configured. Workflows means one of the topic I need to explain you. So it will be, I think I have shown purchase order, am I right? Purchase order workflow last time, but not fully, but I have given information, am I right? Last time. Whether I have shown purchase order workflow or not. Workflows. Am I audible?
Yes, Satya.
Audible.
Okay, fine, no issues. Workflow is one of the topic. Okay, if it is vendor invoice workflow is there, what happens? You can submit, you will enter like this. There is one more workflow is there. You can click on this one and submit. You can submit the workflow. Anyhow, I will explain you the topic, one of the topic. Okay, we can enable that one. Then manager will take the decision. If workflow is not there, suppose you will take approval through email or something, you will take approval. If it is workflow is not configured in your company, in that company workflows is not configured, then you need to take approval from your manager through email. You need to inform your email and you will have proof. Then from here, matching details, it is failed. It is failed. If it is workflow is mandatory, definitely workflow only. If workflow is not configured, you can go to approval and you can make yes, and your name is coming automatically. This is your name, and you can write down approval taken in the email from so and so many. Something you can write down. Now, if you enable this checkbox, then if you click on post, it will allow you to post. Even though it is failed, you are bypassing that one. If in case this checkbox is not enabled, if this checkbox is not enabled, if you are trying to post, it will throw error message. Let me show you error message. So I have not received any response. Suppose I'm disabling now. In this situation, close. And if you try to post here, if you're trying to post this one, it will not allow you because it is failed and there is no approval. If you are trying to post, it will throw error message. 1 minute. It contain matching errors. Simple. If in case I have taken approvals, now I'm going to pending vendor invoice. Now I have taken approval. Suppose I have taken approval from this one. Just give me 1 minute. I'll be back in 1 minute, please. Okay, I'm back. Now you have taken approval. Suppose you have taken approval, not from here. Let me click on edit and let me open that one. Let me click on edit, the pending vendor invoice. So click on matching details. So I have taken approval outside outside system. I have taken approval. So save. Just you can write down what are the comments you want. My manager approved. In the email, something I have written. Okay. For your this the justification is like for your like future purpose, because it is recording your name. You have approved like this. Let me close. Now, even though it is failed, you can click on update match status. Even though it is failed, and here also it is failed. If it is workflow is there, through workflow only it will be approved. You cannot approve like this manual. This will be posted without any errors. So it was posted, completed. If you close this form, refresh, invoice will be updated. Okay. So at the time of vendor invoice, at the time of purchase order, the totals matching, and here charges matching, At the time of purchase order, at the time of invoice, whatever the charges, differences, 5% allowed. And here, two-way matching means like purchase order versus invoice. If it is three-way matching, then this is the two-way matching. If it is three-way matching, then this one and purchase order versus product receipt in terms of quantity. Only quantity will be verified. This is in terms of total matching, price matching, price, net amount, total, and charges matching. Any confusion here? So few people asked me like, I want to enter amount. It is not possible. This is percentage only. And here percentage available, or if you want amount, you can have option here, the amount. Otherwise, both if I want, I can map both, whatever the way you want. This is actually it is telling like price, but this is not a price. This is price total tolerance. Price total tolerance means net amount. This one. Then where it is the price matching? The price matching is not here in this screen. Price matching is not in this screen, to be frankly. The price matching is available separately. Price matching is available separately. Accounts payable, invoice matching the setup. Price tolerance is a separate screen. This is the price tolerance. So this price tolerance, if you want to give exception, like suppose for all items and specific vendor, I want to allow 3%, 4%. You can map like this. This is price tolerance. This is separate form. This is net amount. Price total tolerance means net amount. This is price amount. And suppose this is company level, it was mapped like this. Now for all vendors, the total tolerance should be 1%. But for one vendor is there, I'm purchasing from like Tata Group. So I cannot demand Tata Group whatever the price they are charging, I need to take. Then suppose like that, we have option in this invoice total tolerances. You can map separately, that is company level. This is company level. This is vendor exception cases. You can give differently. One more, charges tolerances separately. If I want different charges, different, you can map. And one more thing, match policies also. If you want differently, you can map match policies differently. This is for company policy. Now I want to map separately like a two-way policy or three-way policy. This is exceptional cases. If you want, you can map vendor wise, you can map item wise, you can map item and vendor wise combination, whatever you want, you can map. Okay, suppose look at this one. I have not enabled this checkbox. Take the example. I have not enabled this charges tolerance. I'm not using at all. This means charges should be tallied 100% as it is. Even single 0.1 paisa also it will not allow. Means suppose at the time of purchase order I have entered 500. At the time of invoice also should be 500. I don't want to allow 0.01 paisa also. Then I will map like this. If it is disabled means I don't want to allow any charges deviation. Then if it is like this, and if you go to, let me save this one. If you go to charges tolerances, this form will not be opened at all. It is throwing error message. Accounts payable charges matching is not enabled for this company. Use match charges option in the accounts payable parameters to be enabled. If it is in this one and it is available, then only you can have exception cases. Suppose in the accounts payable, I have not enabled this checkbox. Total tolerance, I don't want allow. Now means if I go to here, invoice total tolerances, I cannot open at all. It is throwing error message. Accounts payable invoice totals matchings is not enabled for this company. First you need to enable it, then only you can amend. You want whatever you want. And here not required I mapped. Suppose means not required means I don't want to allow single paisa also, like I made it none. Means it should be exactly equal, then only it will be allowed, otherwise it should not be. Then if you go here, this any form will not be opened. Okay, this will not, there is no use of this one. So only one thing, this price tolerances is a outside, only price tolerance, but there is no use, because even the price tolerance changed, then total should be tallied. If this total is deviating even 0.01 paisa, it will not allow you. Actually this price tolerance, whatever it is there separately, this is available in AX 2009 also. In AX 2009 this is available. In AX 2012, in AX 2009 this is not exist. I mean to say 10 years back application. If you remember 10 years back application, these are the different versions. 5.0, 5.1. In this version, it is accounts payable parameters checkbox is not there. Invoice matching, it is not there. It was introduced in AX 2012 version. It was introduced in AX 2012 versions. Okay, so this form is not available at all. At that time, this form is available. Only price variance. So that is the reason it was not included here, because it is already developed as a separate form. It cannot be merged here. So the whenever it is upgrading from AX 2009 to 2012, there will be complexities. That is the reason it was updated like this. Okay, this is outside. Now even though if you map it, there is no use. If you enable this one, then only, because if there is price changes, total will be changed. Understood? Any questions here? Any more questions? Matching policies. So you need to practice with many scenarios. As I told you this week, as I told you from many days, this week and next week, it is crucial for you, everyone. So little bit complex, but you need to practice. All this, whatever I'm showing you, this is 90 to 100 marks questions, not 80 marks questions, 90 to 100 marks questions related. Okay, fine. Any quick questions? Any questions? Please let me know. This you need to practice a lot. You need to practice a lot, and you need to come back to me with your doubts. Try to get errors, and try to understand. If you are not able to, try to post in the group. In the group, try to post it. Okay, so that we can understand. Next one is prepayment invoice functionality. Next one is prepayment invoice functionality. Whether I have explained implementation methodology? No or yes?
Not yet.
No, no, Satya.
Fine. Implementation methodology one topic, workflows one topic. Tomorrow we'll discuss. Now let us understand prepayment invoice.
Satya, sorry to interrupt you here.
Yeah.
Especially in matching cases, like we have received the goods but invoice not received. Vice versa, invoice received but goods not received. So end of the month, are we doing some adjustments for this?
So you are talking about purchase order.
Yeah,
then
we have received purchase order, product received,
and invoice.
But invoice is not.
This is not received.
Yeah, this is not received. So
okay, what is it? Yeah.
As I have received invoice, inventory. So inventory has been increased, but accordingly liability has not increased.
Okay.
So we are received, but invoice not received.
Liability is updated. Liability is updated through purchase approval.
Yeah, that's what I just want to understand. So normally the other ERPs will do the GRIR reclassification at the end of the month. Suppose I receive the goods, I'll account the inventory account data to vendor account. Account.
Whatever you are telling. In Dynamics AX, we are calling as purchase accrual. In your SAP or Oracle apps, they will use the word GRIR account. Yeah, tell me now.
Yes, exactly. So as part of the monthly month-end accounting, GRIR are we processing yet or not?
So there is no separate processing kind of thing in this one. If you want, you can verify the reports, or even if you verify the trial balance, GRIR account should be 0. If it is not 0, means some of the invoices it is there, that if you want to verify, that reports can be validated. So some reports will be exist, you can verify. So what is your concern here? There is no separate process to execute. It is only, so in that other ERP, what they will do? What exactly they will do?
In other ERP, suppose I have received goods, but liability is not accounted. It means the vendor account is not accounted. So what they'll do? They'll debit the POR adjustment account, credit to vendor account. They are accounting the liability. Vice versa, when the goods received, then invoice received, but goods not received. So what they'll do, they'll debit the goods transaction account. It's in transaction, not that received.
But actually, 1 second, sorry to interrupt you. Here, you are telling like vendor invoice received,
but goods not received.
It is not updated. Am I right?
Sorry?
Is this scenario?
Yes.
Yes. So how it will be? Is it happens like this?
Yeah, because of when we have the foreign vendor, we'll receive the invoice first.
Okay, but, this one is there is one more topic I will tell you. Like vendor invoices, I have explained 2 methods only. There are 3rd method and 4th method. In that it is available IR, invoice register, and approval journal. Okay, yeah, tell me now.
Especially foreign vendors, no?
It is a foreign process. Tell me, yeah.
Yeah, especially the foreign vendors, when we receive the invoice very fastly, but a goods will receive very lately. They have the origin port, destination port, and they have to fix all those
We'll
things.
come to this point. We'll come to this point. First, I want to understand here. At the time of product receipt, is there any temporary postings by that company? Actually, that SAP or Oracle Labs? Are you referring SAP or Oracle Labs?
Sorry, SAP.
Oracle Labs. Okay, fine. So in Oracle Labs, at the time of product receipt, is there any temporary postings or not?
Sorry, not Oracle, SAP. I'm referring, sorry.
Okay, SAP. Okay, fine. That's fine. Even SAP also. Is there any temporary postings at the time of product receipt? Yes or no?
No temporary posting.
So because in that SAP, we are not updating any product receipt voucher. That is the reason you are doing process to update the balances. But whereas in this Dynamics F&O, we are posting temporary accounts. So no need to do anything.
Yeah, that's what I understand that. As part of monthly, when we cover last week, monthly activities, we have covered all the things, but we have not covered the GRI. At that time, I realized myself that we have discussed one point that when we raise a purchase order, and when we receive the product itself, we are raising that invoice received account data to purchase approval. When we receive the actual invoice, that will get reversed and actually will get accounted.
Yes.
So it means that GRI is not required here.
Yeah, exactly, you're right. Exactly, you're right. Because in that product, there is no postings, temporary postings. You need to do the process. Whereas here we are posting temporary accounts and it is reversing at the time of invoice. Then it is not required. Yes, you are correct.
Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you.
So just I want to tell you, the SAP is a very oldest product. It was invented in 1972.
Yeah.
Okay, and at that time they don't have different forms like different functions. This product is invented in 1998. Okay, it is developed by Damgard company for IBM product, for IBM, one of the client. So they have developed. So at that time they have very well matured little bit process. That is the reason temporary accounts are introduced.
Yes. And I heard that there won't be any further version changes, and only in this existing version only they are going to need some systems.
Sorry, come again. Last point I did not miss. I did not get you.
In earlier we have AX 2009 to 2021 like that, and now it is coming to 365. They said that there won't be any version changes. Only feature changes will be there. If any features that needs to add into this product, this application, they can add it, but there won't be any version changes.
Yeah. So you mean to say like here in all versions the same feature. I mean to say the same feature is available and it is amending the features, but the base function is not changed.
Yeah.
Even 4.0 also. The 4.0 is in AX in the year 2004. It was introduced 4.0. So majorly popular from 4.0 and AX 2009. Okay. So all versions the same concept. The basic concept is not changed. The core area, whatever it is there, it is same. Okay.
Thank you, sorry for the interest. You can go ahead with this.
That's fine. And this scenario we will cover in after a few days, not now. It will be covered, Shiva. Sorry. Okay. We'll discuss this one later. Okay. How to do it. This also at the time of posting itself, temporary postings will be updated. So if it is a temporary posting updated, then no need of doing this month-end activity for these two scenarios. Okay. Fine. Definitely, I may forgot this scenario. Definitely, please remind me. 90% I will try to remember. But if it is missed, this one, please remind me. This is the fourth option I will discuss. Okay, fine. Next, prepayment invoice. Next topic, prepayment invoice. So in this prepayment invoice, there are two methods. One is, if I suppose I want to do the payment. Like suppose take the example, one purchase order. Purchase order created. Purchase order is created. So against this purchase order, vendor is selling like, so it is a normal items, it is fine. A new brand item, you are asking me, new items. This is newly introduced in the market. So I want money at least 25%. If you pay 25%, I can deliver the material. Because for normal situations, it is terms of payment is 25, sorry, like 2 months, suppose between me and my vendor, it is 2 months. But this material is a very fast moving material, very fast moving material. So I cannot deliver this material to you until and unless if you do the 25% payment. I want 25% payment. In this case, if you were like, this is purchase department within your company, purchase department is different from finance department. There are two teams, one is purchase department, one is stores department, one is sales department, one is collection department, marketing, collection, different. Okay, so purchase department is giving instructions to the finance department, pay this amount to this vendor. Then if they are paying directly, they can do it, payment can be done. So then it is a advance payment, otherwise who are you to give me instructions? Give me invoice copy, I will do the payment. There are two scenarios, because purchase department, based on their words, finance department, they will not do. Give me invoice copy, then only I can do the payment. One is purchase department, finance department is listening, finance department is giving information, like whatever purchase department is giving information, they are doing finance department. Then one scenario, payment can be done directly. And second scenario is, no, give me invoice copy. Okay, these are the two scenarios. So let me create a purchase order. I'm clicking on new button. Select the vendor. Suppose 100, I will take 1002. There are so many invoices for 1001. Any vendor is fine, no issues. Select OK. So washing machines, I'm just taking washing machines too. Suppose 5 items, it is 1 lakh. Now I have taken approvals. Confirmation. Now I have intimated to my vendor, like, please send me 5 washing machines to my company. Now vendor is asking, like, I want 25% advance payment, then only I will do it, otherwise I can't do. This is the instructions. So like from the vendor, I need to pay 25,000. Okay, so 25,000 vendor, like payment should be done by finance department. If in case they are doing payment, we'll do one thing. This I will take as like rather than this one, I'll take keyboards, just for realistic to understand. I'm just taking another item. keyboard 2. Keyboard 2. I want keyboards. Suppose I want 5 or 4 keyboards. It is 4,000. Now I am doing confirmation. Now vendor is asking 25% advance payment. 25% means 1,000. 1,000 I need to pay to the vendor. This vendor 1002. Advance payment he is asking, and I have intimated to my finance department. I'm working in purchase department. I have intimated to finance department. Then so vendor payment. Lines. So vendor 1002. So if I want to do settlement transactions, invoice is not exist. I cannot do invoice because invoice is not generated at all. Agree? 1,000 I need to pay as advance payment. Finance department I need to pay. It is not exist. If I click on newest to oldest, invoice is not generated. Look at this one. Invoice is not generated. Okay, this is not the invoice. Okay, now I cannot select invoice. Damn sure it is not possible at all. Okay, now I need to pay 1,000 to the vendor. So purchase order details I have taken. Purchase order 147. Give me a second. Advance to purchase order number 1,000. Offset account, bank. Here's some of operations. Check method of payment. Okay, fine. Fine. That is a spelling mistake I have typed. No issues. Fine. Check number should be updated. Now you can do the payment directly. That is one option. Otherwise, we can enable one minute. Not this one. Give me a minute. Here, the posting profile, you can map advance payment. So for this, one checkbox is there. Give me a minute. Let me go to advance accounts payable parameters. Ledger and sales tax tab. Payment. Okay, there is no checkbox here. Okay, fine. So here normally vendor account will be posted to the posting profile. The posting profile is normally it is general, means it is a liability. It is a liability. Now, as per the commerce, now if you are doing advance payment, if in case this advance payment I want to make it asset, this is pure commerce. If you are able to follow, fine. If you are not able to follow, leave it. Whoever is very strong in commerce, you need to understand. Advance payment, if I want, instead of liability, I want to post to asset account, then I can use this one posting profile as liability account. This one advance. In this, we can map as advance payment. As asset, we can map it summary account. Understood? This is pure commerce. You can define posting profile separately. Instead of normally it is general. It is general means it is a liability account. It's a liability account. Two series. Even for all, it is 2 series. But if you want, as per the commerce, if you want, you can make advance payment. You can change it to advance, and this is an asset. It is an asset. It is an asset. Understood? You can do the payment. This is like a finance team. They are listening your voice because it is 1000. It is a small amount. They are doing payment proposal. Sorry, not this one. Generate payments. We know this payment, am I right? I have discussed this one from last 1 month or 1.5 month. It is almost 1.5 month. So click OK. This is your finance department is listening properly, and they are giving they are proceeding with your instructions, purchase department instructions. I'm sorry, this is advance payment. Payment is debit, am I right? It is not credit. It should be debit only. Otherwise, it will not allow. This is a payment, not invoice. Click OK. So, purchase department is whatever he is giving instructions. A finance department, they are following and they are proceeding with the invoice payment, advance payment. So first time it will take some time to generate. One is purchase order confirmation, one is generate check payment. It will take some time.
So is there any difference between the advance payment and prepayment?
There is a difference. I'm going to discuss. So terminology may be same, maybe the meaning is same, but there is a difference. I'm going to discuss. It may not be finished by today. It will be continued tomorrow, but let me finish this one. So it will be finished in a minute, most probably. Okay, it's finished. I don't want to take a printout. Now I have posted. Because I have paid this $1,000 to the vendor. Now vendor is dispatching material. It was dispatched. I have received material. Click OK. Product receipt is updated because we have received invoice. Sorry, they have vendor has received the payment, advance payment. Okay, now we are applying this one. So next we'll do the invoicing. So payment is done. Here payment is done and the product receipt is received. It may not be immediately, it may take some time. Okay, and I'm doing invoice. So in this advance payment, there is no linkage. Okay, there is no linkage. So you are doing invoicing, update match status. Now do the posting. I need to enter vendor invoice 147, date. Now post. Okay, let me open vendor accounts. Here let vendor account master 1002. It's not opening from here. Let me open from vendors, all vendors. Now if I go to this vendor accounts, vendors, all vendors, 1002 vendor I will select, and I can do the invoice tab. This is a settle transactions. Finance department, they will do like whatever it may be. So they will do the settlement that 4,000 versus 1,000. Otherwise, let me go downside. So this 4,000 invoice and 1,000 payment can do the post. Then remaining 3,000 will be there pending. Some discount also there. This is normal procedure. Now, suppose any doubt in this, it will show here undo settlement. That is settled already against that one. Remaining balance is 3,000. It will be pending. It will show you remaining balance 3000. One second, where it is. So it is 1000 it was settled, okay, and it will show you like remaining settled transactions 3000 will be shown as a pending amount. This is a normal procedure.
It will be 2920.
Sorry,
After discount, it will be 2920.
yeah, it is 2920. This is original amount, and after discount it is 2920. It will show you this one. Okay, this is normal procedure. Now I'm doing one more purchase order. Click on new. It may not be finished by today. It will be continued tomorrow. Same 1002 vendor. 1002 vendor. Site and warehouse I have selected. Click OK. Now I'm selecting washing machines. 4 washing machines, 80,000. Now the same instructions I'm giving to my finance department. Pay 25,000, 20,000, 20,000 to this vendor. Then finance team is telling like, give me invoice copy. No, last time you have paid. That is 1,000 a small amount. That is fine because of friendship. I have paid, but now I don't want to pay risk. I don't want to take risk. Give me invoice copy. That is what this is what finance department is asking. Or next time onwards, I will not do pay without any invoice copy. I need a proof why I am paying this one, so that to answer my managers, I want invoice copy. Then we can generate a temporary invoice called prepayment invoice. This is our internal document. We are generating a prepayment invoice. So in this purchase tab, prepayment, because accounts department, they will not pay the payments without any proof. Now advance payment, 25% payment, something for whatever it is. So you can map the percentage or fixed amount, whatever the way you want, 25%. So against what you want to purchase some washing machines or something, whatever it is there, that is category here. Something, whatever it is there, tractors, something you can select any one, the hierarchy, category hierarchy. This is a part of T&L, but I will discuss with you a little bit brief to finance department as well. This is a category. You need to map category. Click save. This is 20,000 updated. So temporary invoice is created, that is called prepayment invoice. This is called prepayment invoice. Now go to invoice tab. I have not received invoice copy, but I'm generating invoice. It is prepayment invoice. It is prepayment invoice, advance payment. For advance payment, I'm generating a temporary invoice. It is called prepayment invoice. So in this prepayment invoice, so here look at this one. It is showing not item. Item is not invoicing. It is category, whatever you have selected, that category you are generating invoice. To be frankly, we have not received any invoice copy. It is a prepayment invoice copy. So temporarily I'm entering some prepayment, some number I'm giving. date, and it is passed. Prepayment invoice passed because it will not validate the matching policy. Simply prepayment invoice. I'm generating post. Just give me a minute. Sorry. So we generated prepayment invoice. It is a temporary invoice. Invoice is generated for what? It is not for item. It is for category, whatever you have selected. Against that category, it was generated invoice. And if you verify the lines, it will show you not item, not washing machine. It is a category, whatever you have selected, that category, it was generated invoice. Okay, now I can do the payment. This invoice I can give it to my finance department. My finance department, they will do the payment against this invoice. They have a proof to do the payment. They have a proof to do the payment. Okay, we'll do the payment tomorrow. We'll proceed. Just I want to stop. Any questions, please? Any arguments? Anything is fine. Any questions, please? Any doubts or any confusion to your mind? Of course, this prepayment invoice functionality also, it is a part of finance, but logistics people also should know. This is the intersection between finance and
Satya,
P&L. Yes, please. Yeah.
pro forma invoice and these are one only.
No.
So while we are giving vendor to pro forma invoice.
Pro forma invoice is not a postings. There will not be any financial postings. Pro forma invoice is just a copy. It's a like before going to post you can, but whereas in this one there is a postings happening. Pro forma invoice, not a invoice.
But
yeah.
But while we are opening LC, we used to give pro forma invoice to the banks, to the vendor also. The vendor will be submitting to the bank.
Yeah, so pro forma
as per
invoice,
that they are doing the payment.
Who is going to do payment?
Vendor.
Vendors. Okay, for vendors, your finance department, am I right?
Right.
So that's what. So if it is, some people, they will not accept pro forma invoice. It is after pro forma invoice, you may generate invoice or not sometimes. That is the reason first scenario I told you. If you are proceeding with pro forma invoice or with your confidence, you can do with this payment. There is no financial postings at all. At the time of pro forma invoice or whatever it is advance payment, in this scenario you are doing payment. So that means without any financial postings, your bank people has approved and your finance department is proceeding with your words. Whereas this one is, this prepayment invoice is, it is postings is happening, you cannot modify. Understood? This is strong evidence than this one.
Thank you.
This is strong evidence than this one. You are getting more strong evidence from purchase department. This is pro forma invoice. You can generate at any point of time with whatever you want. You can modify the pro forma invoice out of 100. Suppose it is a $100. Now I can generate $1,000. I can generate $10,000 pro forma invoice. Anyhow, proof is there, but it is not a posted one. But this is very strong evidence. You are posting the transaction in the backend. I mean, it is a table level and everything. It is a posting. This is not without posting. Simply you are generating a pro forma invoice. Okay. Venkatramana?
Okay, Satya. Thank you.
Fine. Any more in your business scenarios? Anyone, please?
Hello.
Yeah, yes, please. Srinivas.
Yeah, it is fine
Okay,
for no
fine,
issues.
fine. So if it is anything, please think about your scenarios. Okay, we'll discuss. Okay, tomorrow.
So,
Fine. Okay. I'm stopping here for today.